fuck around and be on at the same time. Go ahead.
Go ahead, man. All right, so we start this whole. All right. We can talk about what we're doing later, but we're gonna talk about this episode now, right? So this is gonna be episode 1 now, right?
Yeah, I thought you was gonna make it breaking structure on a Broken Traditions channel.
Right.
Like, it
But
just keep the name,
I
but
was like, Mom, just keep everything under Broken Traditions.
it's still gonna
already...
be under Broken Traditions.
Yeah.
It's just the difference is that that's the one that I'll be on.
But you could be on this.
Huh?
You could just be on this.
All right.
All right. So today's episode, we are discussing this. Yeah, you can explain it because I messed up already.
Are we rocking now?
Yeah, it's already live.
Oh, okay.
We got a like and everything.
Okay, well, we're gonna be discussing. First of all, welcome everyone that's here. Everyone is checking in and all that good stuff. You know, hope you're doing well. Happy Palm Sunday, or what's the Muslim one? Ramadan, I think. That's now.
I think so. Yeah.
And Passover, all that stuff, all them holidays. To y'all religious people, to y'all ain't religious. Sunday fun day, you know what it is. We're gonna be talking about what does reparations. What would it possibly look like in 2022?
Yeah.
Among other things, but that's going to be the main topic of today's discussion. I'm Big Mont. They call me Big Mont. I'm average size Mont in my mind. It's average size Ron and Little Lex over there.
Well, they don't call me. They call me Real Rap Ron. That's what.
You call you Real Rap Ron.
No
one calls you that.
Nah, it's in the I'll be seeing it in my comments now. People will put Real Rap Ron in comments, so it's a thing.
No.
We on live?
Yeah, we live.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we said we were gonna switch. Remember?
Oh yeah. Well, you still want to switch spots?
Kinda.
We gotta.
Looks dry.
We gotta switch spots, Mont.
Why is
Stay in
that?
the same chair?
No, I can switch chairs.
Okay, yeah, we on live. Sure enough.
Sorry.
Cool.
We were just supposed to do this before. See, yeah, this is a better.
Okay, I got my
but...
got my comments up now.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right. So
It's a lot more me, lax, chill.
All right. So.
Nobody asked for that.
All right. So yeah. So today's topic is what will reparations look like in 2022? Now, Lamont sent me an episode last night of Atlanta, right? And he said, check this episode out, and we can watch
episode
it.
Came out on Thursday.
So that came out Thursday?
Yeah, that was the latest episode.
Okay, so the episode came out Thursday. And the episode is called, what is it called?
The Payback.
The Payback. So the episode is basically about I guess the people who own slaves got to pay back reparations.
Their ancestors.
The ancestors own slaves.
Got to pay reparations to the ancestors of the slaves.
The ancestors, yeah.
And everybody suing.
Yeah. So now, in that situation, so if everybody's suing each other and everybody getting sued, if you fall in that category, what would you do?
On which one?
If you fall into the category of your
black man?
ancestors were slaves and you found out who owned your ancestors and that person is in your proximity for you to sue.
Depends on how much money they got.
What about your situation?
What, if I was a slave? I mean, if I was the owner?
If you was, all right, say like, you Lamont, you make $250 a year, and the person who owned your ancestors is someone who's making like $80 a year, $80K a year. Would you try to get money from them?
Realistically, I wouldn't bother any of these people.
Yeah, I was in kind of the same boat.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't bother these people for what? They didn't do nothing to me.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm looking at a billionaire, yeah, I'm going to try to get a couple $100,000. Just off GP.
See, that's
Just off GP. Like, you probably spend that on shoes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not even doing it because I want you to feel bad about anything. I'm just like, yo, you got it.
So
to drop in the bucket. Like, I mean, it ain't even like, it was just me being selfish, basically. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Like, yo, if I see you sitting on $1 billion, $100,000 ain't nothing to you, man. I'm good. Like, yo, let me hold that.
Yeah. So I think on the episode, the person sued, like, I guess the owner of Tesla. So it'd be like if Elon Musk
The vice president.
or vice president, somebody who was like
Yeah.
high up in Tesla, and they found out that person owned them. So it was interesting. I felt kind of bad for the white dude in the show.
I felt real bad for him. I'm not even gonna lie. Like he's
Yeah,
sitting there
okay, I
with his
wasn't the
daughter,
only
and
one.
this chick just run up in the crib,
Changed his whole life, right?
Yeah,
got him on Instagram live. Like, yo, come on, like come on. It was so
Yeah.
extra, but it's like in my mind when I hear people today talking about reparations, that's what it looked like to me. Like that's what it sounds like when you be talking about it. Like, yo, that's what really you really think that somebody's supposed to pay you?
Yeah, so
You
I was
think this
saying
man
the
supposed
same
to
thing
pay
as
you?
you. Like if my lineage linked to slavery and the person whose family was attached to that, it depends on how much money they have. If they got millions and they've benefited from their family having slaves, then run me my check. But if not, then I
I
don't
mean,
feel like
but
they're
how much you want your
involved.
check to be? And
How
then it's
much?
like how many people in your family supposed to get paid?
I mean, that's why it's kind of like this. I felt like it was the episode, but it could definitely be a movie because there were so many loopholes to the story, but also like you said, like what's her name?
LaQuisha.
LaQuisha. But what about LaQuisha's brothers and sisters, her kids? Like
Her mother, her
who
father,
is she
not her mother, her
responsible for
grandmother. Like,
divvying? Yeah, I mean that's a good question. Like, is she responsible for divvying that money out to her family lineage? Or is it kind of like first come first serve, and then you get hit with another?
there ain't even gonna be
Um,
no first come first serve. She's suing for 3 million. He don't
Yeah,
got 3 million.
she sued for $3 million.
it's gonna be 15% of however much he make. How long it's gonna
Yes.
take her to get 3 million?
I don't know, but so I don't know if you peeped the end of the episode how every he said, you know, how much you got to take out. They said 15%. So he got to take out 15% of his check every day
For her.
for her, but he don't.
Yeah.
She don't get tips. So he became a waiter. So I guess he could live off of tips. But did you see the whole episode, Mo, or no?
I saw him working in a restaurant. Yeah,
Did you peep the whole scenery? When him working at the restaurant,
It was all.
it was all black people that was being waited on, and all the servers were white.
Also,
I didn't
taking
even
out
notice that.
percentages.
Yeah, and then the other guy was like, "Yo, how much your percentage is?" He said, "Oh, my percentage is XYZ." He's like, "How much your percentage is?" The guy was like 3%. How much your percentage? He's like, "Oh, my percentage is 15." He was like, "Damn, 15%." It was like child support, but it was like child
Yeah.
support without a set base of how much you got to pay.
depends on what state you in. Like,
I don't think it go by state because
now I know because they were all in Atlanta, but I'm saying like, you know, like child support. I think different states have different
Requirements,
ratings.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know. New York was 17. I don't know what it is now.
I feel like if that was like today's reparations, it wouldn't be coming from individual people. It would be coming from the government. Which
The government
we
didn't own
talked
slaves.
about.
They just allowed it to happen.
see, but that's the thing. So
Government
what does
never
that look
owned
like?
slaves.
Huh?
The government didn't own slaves. They just allowed it to happen.
Yeah, but we talked about the government took over and they owe the debt. Y'all owe the debt to these people, and by these people I mean, you know, Black African American descendants of slavery. So they're responsible for whatever the outcome is financially if we're going based off of the movie. I mean, off
Okay.
the show.
And if we going off of that, see, we can't. I'm talking about like realistically. Even if you're going off of that, the government is broke. They can
That's what I
print up all
said.
the money they want. The government is broke.
Okay. So
America
I
is
then
broke.
said we don't need money. Money isn't going to change it. We need problems solved and systems corrected and people in power that's actually going to be beneficial to all like races. Like that's what we need. We don't need money because
People-
money is a band-aid to me. You got to
People-
spend it.
People in power. People in power are in power because they're not worried because they want to be powerful. They're not worried about helping people. They're worried about helping
That's
themselves.
the
That's why they
issue.
want to be in power.
Yeah, that's true. That's the
The
issue.
higher up you go, that's the more likely you are to be selfish.
Yeah. But we also discussed like if it's hey Bo, we also said that if it's for the country to pay back, it wasn't under United States. It was under the Confederacy. So it was like, maybe that's a loophole they don't have to worry about. Like, hey.
No, that's still their debt. And if we can give out all this extra money to all these other countries, we can certainly give out money to our people. Not saying that money will help it, because I don't think money will help the problem. But if we're going based off of the show.
I don't.
But there was also other people who had to go through other things like, oh, I'm going to wear a T-shirt that say I own slaves.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so that was his punishment. He got off easy, they said. And Mo said, look how much money
But
he
he
spent on
didn't.
prison. Huh?
But he didn't. No, the funniest part to me was the wife. When she was like, I can't take the hit for your for your problems. He's like, but you in the same boat. She was like, nah, I'm Peruvian. He was like, you were white last year.
He was white yesterday. Yeah, I think financial literacy would benefit our people over money being sent to them, which is why we see now all the inflation with everything that did happen, from stimulus checks to PPP loans to unemployment, because people was definitely getting $600 more. Than what they were really supposed to get. So it's like all of that, and it's not even a color, it's not a race thing. It's just a people thing. Like, people who weren't used to receiving certain things now receiving it in abundance without effort, they're not going to have an appreciation for it. So for me, that's what reparations would do.
It doesn't matter the appreciation for it, because the more money you print without anything backing it, the people who you're spending the money with, them like, oh, they got more money, we can raise the prices, they can afford it.
I mean, which is what we're
so your money's still worth
right
less.
Now, inflation, but I think the money is there. I just think we utilize it on stuff.
You got as much money as you want. They can keep printing money, but it doesn't mean anything.
But they're not printing money for Ukraine. That's money. Like, they're giving them money in the sense of resources, which is what can be given to the people.
But you want them to give you tanks?
That he just promised again, like $80 billion or something.
No, I think it's $10 billion for Ukraine. For it's $10 billion for the 100,000 people of Ukraine coming in. That's refugees.
So that's I mean, it's not tangible money, but
it's not, because you have no idea what that means.
But
it's just a number they threw out. It's like, I'm going to give $80 billion to save the world. How? Like, what are you going to do with the money? Like, you don't have no idea where that money's going. It's just a number. Yeah. It's just a number. It's just a number. Like, yo, I'm giving what's the Space Force budget?
I don't know.
Well, what is the Space Force? It ain't NASA.
Billion something.
Yeah,
they're not building rockets.
No, NASA is different from the Space Force. That's a different thing.
That's what I'm saying. They're not building spaceships.
This is the Space Force.
What
they forcing space to do?
But I think that intangible money is what we see in these programs that people talk about in inner cities.
What you see is a press release. That's all you see is a press release. You don't actually see things being done. You see a press release.
Yeah.
From politics. Yeah. But we'll see. Track the students that are coming into Howard.
No, is it Howard? No, they going to Hampton University. Yeah, Hampton University.
Okay, because that's money that's not tangible, but it's definitely money still present.
I guess
people benefit from it all the time. People are benefiting from it.
Yeah, but so you think reparations would be the person who family owned?
No, I think that's when black people talk about reparations. That's what they sound like to me. They sound like Sequisha, or Lawanda, or Nicaragua, whatever her name was.
All right, so those who coming in. So the discussion was, what would reparations look like in 2022 if the government had to pay? So Lamont sent me this episode of Atlanta, and it had so Lamont sent me this episode of, what is it called again? Atlanta, and the episode showed what reparations look like if the people who owned slaves, their ancestors had to pay back the slaves.
No, the ancestors of the slave.
The ancestors of the slave.
So you did what is it? A Me 21, or you did one of the tests?
I don't know. We can definitely go back and find out who owned us. Yeah. Jamal already did that.
You did it, and then you found.
No,
out
my cousin did it.
You found
My
out
cousin
who
traced us back, way back, yeah.
But you know what's funny? He traces back on our grandmother's side.
Yeah, we don't know nothing about our father's side like that.
So like where
So
you
no.
guys are from?
On our grandfather's side, it stopped at him.
Your
Yeah.
grandfather?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
It
real.
stopped at our grandfather.
Either two things. Either he a hoe or he a brain surgeon.
All right, let me give you the backstory on that. So,
First of all, he was a trash man. But go
All right,
ahead, I'm listening.
so all right.
Pull up the clip.
No, I'm not gonna pull up because it's copyright, infringement.
Oh, yeah.
So, you remember Sugar Free Lamont, the rapper?
There was a rapper named Sugar Free?
Yeah, it's like a light skinned dude. He had a ponytail. He supposed to be a pimp back then.
Irrelevant.
Nah.
All right, so Sugar
I don't
Free was a
think I
rapper
want-
back then, and now he came out. So somebody put him on a song recently, and he said on the song, "If your girl got two phones, either she's a hoe or she's a brain surgeon."
And so he hit me with that, and I have two phones because I used to have one for personal, then one for work, because I don't want to mix the two.
So what's your
And I
work?
was-
Prostitution?
she's not a brain surgeon.
She's not a brain surgeon.
My job, the people who pay me, they feel like it's necessary for me to be on the clock. I mean, I use my work phone quite often when I'm in the gym, whatever, but I'm not either a hoe nor a brain surgeon. So,
You're Hillary Clinton.
so that's why I referenced that, because
Yeah.
that's what we've been saying lately.
Yeah.
It's just idiotic.
Oh, so check this out, Mont. I think we made somebody uncomfortable at the mountain today. The little
Maybe
girl
I-
with the shirt.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so
Unintentionally, intentionally.
yeah, so we go to Stone Mountain, right? You know, you like to go to the Stone Mountain. You know, Stone Mountain is a Confederate monument, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's appropriate that this girl had on a Confederate shirt, right? Like she was kind of excited to go to this.
But mind you, she's like the oldest she was is like 15. She's a young girl.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, she's young.
Oh, damn. Oh, she know better.
So she got her Confederate. And peep this. She had a Confederate shirt on, but she had a hair over it, so you can't really see it.
No,
You
it's
couldn't
like
see
a
it.
flag here and a flag.
Oh,
on
I
the
didn't see the
back.
one in the front. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely.
So you know how I feel about Confederate flags. I feel like the Confederacy is stupid. How it shouldn't be celebrated because it's like you lost the war. So we walking past having this conversation like how stupid the Confederacy is. Then her mom was like, "Do you guys want to walk up the whole mountain? You just got here. You want to just go back to the car?" And she's like, "Yeah, okay." So that was my contribution to the Confederacy today.
Yeah, but in our defense, we were just saying. Well, I was just saying how I'm from the South. So growing up, people repped or people like wore the flag, not understanding the history behind it, which is ignorant, but it's kind of deemed as like a Southern heritage thing by a specific group of people. And you can kind of tell the people who are wearing it ignorantly and the people who wear it proudly based off of the way that they treat us. So when I went to the bathroom, the girl was in front of me and she thought she had cut me. So she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You can go." And I was like, "No, you were here. You can go." So I could tell based off of that interaction, she was wearing it completely because she didn't.
You're such a
understand.
nice person.
I am nice.
So
That
you
little
think
chick was scared to death. She was like, "Oh
She
God, this
probably
black woman got me
was.
cornered."
Well,
So-
she shouldn't have had it on, and somebody in her family should have addressed it and told her to.
You really don't. You really believe like at 15 years old she don't know what that flag is?
Well, that's the thing. She should know.
So
but because
what
she
makes
just
you think
seemed-
that she like?
I feel like she was younger than 15.
I
She
didn't-
just seemed really young. Like, I mean, I don't know.
You're
I don't
such a
think
nice
she understood
person.
it because they definitely turned around.
Yeah, as soon as
She
you
was
left,
not
as soon as she
walking.
got out that bathroom, she went right back to mom. Mama, that nigger tried to get me.
Yeah, right. Not
But,
with all them black people at that mountain.
Nah,
and
I
at
don't
the
know.
mountain we saw,
Honestly, don't know.
We saw Lil Wayne's child mother. I didn't recognize her. She did.
Toya. Yeah. Is that her name?
I don't know none of this. What? I
Yeah.
didn't even know he had kids.
Oh, well, we've seen a Atlanta B-list celebrity
At the mountain.
at the mountain today.
But going back to like what you was talking about with the Confederate flag. So I'm one time Mel bought a car, right? And we was like way out east in Long Island. I forgot the town was in. It was like no sidewalks. It was deers all over the place, like really far out east, right? So he buys a car, and the car broke down like maybe 3 blocks away. It was like, damn, man, this car broke down. Then we was like, all right, let's try to get the car back, to a gas station. So I was trying to help Mel push the car. So me and him in the middle of this white neighborhood in Long Island, and some guy get out his car and help us. So he's like, I'm gonna help you guys. So he's pushing it, and I look over, he got a Confederate flag tattooed on his shoulder. I'm like, I don't know, like you see 2 black dudes in the middle of this white neighborhood, you come to help us move the car and say, oh, you guys are good, all right, and just went about his business.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe
It's the ignorance.
yeah.
I don't.
Got nothing for that.
Nah, I got nothing for it. Like I don't know what to do with that.
Have you seen Woke on Hulu?
Yeah.
How do you think about that?
It's alright.
I like it.
It's alright. I
like
watched
it.
like the first 3 episodes of the new season. I watched the last season before.
How many seasons is it?
It's the second season just came out.
The
Yeah.
second season, yeah.
Yeah.
Is
So,
that- oh, okay.
My
I
man
like
from
it.
New
I don't know,
Girl.
Huh?
My man from New Girl, the black cop.
I don't know who that
Oh,
is.
is that the black man?
The star. That's who he is.
Yeah.
He's from the show New Girl. He was a cop.
I didn't watch that show though, but I know who you're. Well, he's the star.
Okay. That's cool.
It's an interesting show. The first episode threw me off completely because I didn't know what was going on. It was a lot
What,
of
when he got
dark
jumped?
humor happening that I couldn't relate to, or I guess it was going over my head. I don't know. Like the whole peanut butter. What was it? Peanut butter and
No, bread
and butter.
Bread and butter.
But that's
And
first
then-
season?
Yeah, first season.
first
Yeah, we just
season.
started watching it
Yeah.
yesterday.
Oh, I don't even remember what that was about.
Yeah, we just started watching it yesterday.
Yeah, I know he was. That was the comic strip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Black People for Rent. That's where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Does he go away from Black People for Rent, or is that like an ongoing storyline?
Nah, just
Okay,
watch
sorry.
it. Yeah, you still haven't seen Fresh Prince, right?
No,
I'm
I
in Bel-Air.
don't got Peacock.
Oh, yeah.
So what's going on with Disney Plus?
What you mean? What they doing now?
I don't know. I tried to log on today and it says log
User
in.
error.
Oh, just log back in.
Oh, okay. I don't have the information.
Okay, yeah, that happens from time to time. I'm like, what happened? I haven't watched Disney. No, I watched Disney Plus on Wednesday.
So I don't know if you heard or not. Disney Plus is losing a lot of subscribers because of that thing that came out.
Which one?
The thing about we want to put a lot of gay stuff into our cartoons and stuff like that.
I don't think that's true.
Have you seen?
The lady said it.
Oh, I'm like,
But most of the stories are embedded in some type of deeper meaning. Have you seen Turning Red?
yeah.
Yeah, we spoke
Did you
about
like? Y'all spoke about it?
a little bit. I think we spoke about it on the phone.
Did you like
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, it was all right.
But what was the meaning of the story for you?
What do you
What
mean?
was the-
I didn't take what LaRon took out of it. That's what you're asking.
Okay. So the
I just-
transgender or the homosexual.
I didn't see none of that.
references? Really?
Where did you see that at? Like, I didn't
It's
see any
crazy
of
'cause
that.
I was at a play date on Thursday with my daughter, and we were talking about it because we watched it last week.
Oh, but
Whatever day we
yeah.
watched it. And then I was talking about it with the play date, and they was in agreement with me. I was like, see, it was very, like,
Where?
her coming
I never
out
seen
to-
anything where she wanted to be a boy. She liked boys.
No, it wasn't about liking boys. It was about I
being
wanted.
boy crazy for sure, but it was
But
just
so why
her
what
being-
made you think that she wanted to be a boy?
it was just it was more so her being gay.
And it's in a family bloodline. Like all the women in a family want to be transgender. Like it don't make no sense for that to be about transgender.
Okay. That's
Every
good.
woman in their family got turned
You
into
can
this
Google
panda
right
dragon.
now. Google right now.
Every woman
what
in their
is
whole
the
family
meaning?
turned into a panda
No, I
dragon,
think-
and that
I
just
think
means
that
they're all
they-
transgender.
I think that they
It's in their blood.
embedded the concept. I'm gonna put this down. They embedded the concept of homosexuality, but there was still a main story. The storyline was her turning red and her turning into a panda. But when you look at it from an adult perspective, it was
No,
very
when you look
similar.
at, I don't use this word, but when you look at it homophobically, you're gonna pull that out of it. Like it had nothing to do with that. There was nothing in that
Okay.
movie. It was nothing in that movie that even
Tons of
remotely
Google
seemed
parent,
like they
tons of
wanted to be
parents
gay.
on Google question the intent of the story as well.
It was
It's
nothing.
turning red on Disney.
Somebody who asked that? Not none of
Google.
the
What do you mean? You know,
who on
like when you
Google.
Google, no,
Oh,
when
so
you
it's on the
Google
internet. It
something.
must be true.
No. When you Google something, the most recent or the most common results pop up before you can complete it. So turning red referencing transgender and or homophobic, not homophobic, but hetero, what is it?
Homosexual.
Homosexual content was a theme that a lot of people received after watching it.
Because people are looking for it.
I think
It's just got to the point that everybody's looking for something. There was nothing. I had no inclination that anything of that nature was going on. Nothing in the
I don't know.
movie.
I got that. That's what I got from it. Like when she was,
And he didn't even watch the whole thing.
yeah, when she was like trying to, I guess, like when they was doing the tribal thing, whatever, and then she was trying to transition, and she's like, no, I want to be who I want to be. You know, I want to be myself. I don't
She
want to be
was
who you want me to
fighting
be.
it.
Yeah, she was fighting it. She was fighting, letting go. She was fighting like how they want her to be, and I said, I want to be this way. I know how y'all want me to be. I want to be like this, and that's what I got. I was like, that's kind of weird how that all went down.
Yeah, and then from a parent perspective, even the movie. I mean, I enjoyed the movie. We watched it with my daughter, but I just felt like it was very. She was turning 13, but the way that the story was narrated, I feel like it was a little too mature for the age group that the little girl was in, and that's just from my perspective. Like it just felt so like.
I'm trying to figure out like. I guess it's a different world, but I don't know what 13 look like to y'all these days.
I
Like
mean, and
people talk
that could be true too.
like
That could be true.
what is it like? What is like? Mm-mm.
They were
I
super
don't
boy
see it like.
crazy.
I
She
see
was
13 as junior high.
no. What is junior high? Middle school? Is that what?
Yeah,
Okay,
probably like
that
what,
is middle
7th and
school.
8th grade.
Mm-hmm.
7th, 8th, yeah.
Yeah,
Like I don't. And then 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th is high school.
But even
I
in the
don't
beginning
see.
credits, it's like I'm grown now. I'm like
No, but you can't you. I don't see 13 as a little kid. I don't see it as a full blown teenager. But you're not watching Care Bears no more. Like it's 13 is different. 13 is the girls are in the boy bands. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's different. It ain't
yeah.
no. You're not a little kid. What is 13? Y'all? Nah,
see,
man.
I'm not in disagreement with you. I'm just simply saying that if we're referencing Disney and the comment that was made by the executive indicating that we're going to push a gay agenda, turning red
On
to
the
me,
Proud Family,
it was just for a specific show.
she was working on the Proud Family. She said they gonna let me do what I want to do in the Proud Family. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. That's
But
why I
why do
thought it
you
was
think
funny.
if they could do that on the Proud Family, they could do that on any content?
it's like-
They can.
I
They
mean,
can, and they
I'm
have.
not in disagreement.
But I don't see where
with
you
it.
like you'll hear that. It's like
But there
you know
was
what I'm saying?
there
Like
was
you-
another one too, Lamont. There was another lady that came out and said how like this is I have a whatever child, like I guess is transgender or whatever child. Like I have two children like this. I want my content that I'm working on to be reflective of these people, and we want to put more. She said I'm putting more content out there like that.
Yeah, and
Okay,
and I
I'm
don't
not
have a
disagreeing
problem
with that. I'm
it.
saying, how do y'all pull that out of this movie?
I just think that you can see like it's like I'm okay with like the transgender community or homosexuality. I'm okay with all of that, but I can also identify when it's being spoken about without it really being spoken about. And I think that's just the conversation we're having in America right now. It's like, if I want my child to hear it and to understand it and to be present in it versus them doing it bluntly or them doing it passively. And I feel like Disney does it passively. And if you really sit back and look at it, you can see the content on
See, but see,
Turning
that's the
Red was
whole.
just
But then again, that's because you're looking for it.
I didn't look for it. I got that from that. Like I wasn't going in the mindset like, let me see what gay things Disney's doing. I just saw it and I was like, wait a minute, that's what triggered me. I wasn't looking for it.
And maybe I'm too woke. No, I'm kidding because I was watching it, but I was trying to watch
actively
it.
going into the movie looking for it, but you're looking for that kind of thing to pop up
But
in the back of your
because
mind.
I was watching it with my daughter. First of all, we saw a preview of it, and we're like, "Oh, this is a cute movie," and she wanted to watch it, so we watched it. But I wasn't watching it with that perspective. Like, let me see if this is gonna be gay. I was really just watching it, and there were certain things or certain references that were being made, and I just felt
Other
like
than the fact that she turned into a giant panda dragon. What other references were there that you're going off of?
I mean, I didn't make a list of specific stuff, and I guess I should have.
My thing was when she was not ready to transition. Well, go into that normal life. She wanted to keep.
That was the end of the movie.
No, that was in the beginning. That was in the middle. Remember when she was trying to do it and she ended up not doing it? Then that's when the mom got mad. Because remember when
she was trying to get money.
The moon ceremony.
And then she became popular.
No, the moon during the moon ceremony, she was.
That wasn't the beginning of the movie.
No, it wasn't. But
that's towards like the middle ending.
It was like the middle. Yeah, she did that transition part. It was like twice, cause she did it by herself, and then she got mad. Remember, and then her mom got angry, and then she did it then, and she was like, "No, I don't want to do it."
Right.
So to me,
after she done got popular and everything, her mom got mad because she was out there selling her body. Pause.
Yeah, she was.
She was.
See, and that's another thing. And she is sex. Now she is sex worker.
She was gyrating. Remember?
she wasn't selling sex. You know what I'm saying?
You sell her body. That's another thing. That's the thing that.
It was. Listen, she was like, I'm gonna make you mad, and she started gyrating. The panda was gyrating, and she liked the panda. Like, she wanted to be that. She wanted to express that, and her mom was forcing her to be something different. Like, think about transgender kids.
I'm sorry, I can't see your point of view on it. Yeah,
I see your point of view.
A lot of people saw it. We talked about it.
Yeah, I didn't know you had a play date and people talked about it. I didn't know that.
Yeah, other mom at the play date, we were talking about Turning Red, and we were like, yeah, it definitely had some homophobic. Well, not homophobic, but like,
I guess LGBTQIA plus
references.
And I don't care to this day. I don't understand why there's a plus. I don't. Yo, you named
not a panda. She turned into a panda.
Because you know why? You know why? Because in case they have to add anything on later, they don't got no more letters. They're like plus whatever else. That's a guess. Why? I don't know, but it makes sense.
Homework for your viewers. Y'all need to watch this show, and we need to get a poll going on what was your take on the show. Was the panda reference about homosexuality, or was it simply just a panda coming out of this girl?
I'm trying to understand your agenda. Everything got to be a double edged sword. It always got to be a hidden agenda. So you don't think this movie is appropriate because it's pushing transgender on the children. So you want everybody to watch it and give it more ratings?
No. I don't think it's inappropriate.
No, it's not inappropriate. It's not inappropriate for the kids.
I watched it with my daughter. It wasn't inappropriate because my daughter saw it as a cute panda bear and a cute girl and all those things. But me as an adult looking at it, I definitely felt like there was references about.
But why would you? Why would you look so deep into it?
Because that's my question. Disney movies do.
Why would you look so deep into something like that?
Meaning. All Disney.
Why can't things just be easy? Why can't they just be easy? Why do you got to make it that?
I think just because
that's like when I was trying to make the Teletubbies gay because he had a pocketbook. Like, it's a damn Teletubby. Why we got to look at it like that?
I get what you're saying, and I did not go into the movie, nor do I go into any content with the concept of, let me find all the negative things about it. I don't even think the references.
You do it subconsciously.
I don't think they were negative. I just think that I was aware of the context because I'm aware of the social norms that we have right now. Like, every movie we watch, cartoon or not, always references current events. Always. is just not always blatant. That is about that based off of the age group that's watching it. You watch kid cartoons all the time, and they're like one of my daughters, she loves and this is really, we were at a play date talking about this because my daughter watches Pete the Cat. It's this book series that turned into a online series. It's super age appropriate for her because the books are very like therapeutical, and they talk about like teamwork and all those things. Like, it's a really good series. They watch it and listen to it at school. But I was watching it with her. It's the Amazon series, and I was sitting there. I'm like, wait a minute. Long story short, Squirrel, who is not the main character, but she's a friend of the main character, has 2 dads. That's and I'm okay with my daughter learning about sexuality, because I'm going to talk to her about it and the world is going to talk to her about it. But when we have these blogs and these conversations and parents feel like their kids are being forced, or it's a deeper message, or it's like, it's a bigger agenda. It really is, because you see
there's a lot of gay couples that have little kids. So you went on a play date. Let's say you met the mom and you didn't know them, and then the other mother just happened to show up and you didn't know that was the mother. But she knew her friend got 2 moms. Well, she's in school and her friend has 2 moms. Like, it's a thing.
I'm not saying it's.
It had nothing to do with sexuality.
We're on the same page. I know that it's a thing, and as an active parent, I'm looking for it so I can have that conversation with her. But there are parents out there who don't want to see that type of content, and they have a problem with that type of content.
They do.
So let me read this. See, I just Googled it, right? It says, is Turning Red LGBTQ? They don't have the IA+. They just got the regular standard one, right? It says Turning Red. Huh?
Who wrote this?
I don't know. It's on Google.
That's what I mean.
Huh?
That's what I mean. Like,
all right, let me go to the whole article, I guess. Pink News. So I guess Pink News is it's like an LGBTQ type of website, right? So they gonna mess up my whole Google algorithm. All right, this is what it says. It says Turning Red, which follows a 13-year-old Mi Lee as she discovers that strong emotions turned into a giant red panda, has captured audience since it was released on Disney Plus, with many interpreting a character as queer. Let's see. All right, I want to see. They mentioned him being queer.
Because why?
I don't know why. Like, I just.
You should know why, because you caught that too.
Okay, yesterday we had a conversation, remember, with Jasmine? Like, there's so many things that you can identify. Like, somebody who I consider myself to be an advocate for that community. I try to learn certain things that their preferences, like, there's certain things that you notice about a group of people that maybe fit a certain stereotype, and you see it and you assume. And I think everybody, per Google and per the parent conversation I had, a lot of people assumed that was the context behind it. Was it true or not? We don't know, because I think there was the writers of the show had like there's a behind the scenes on Disney of that show, like the writer's room content, but they never referenced sexuality. So it really could be nothing to do with sexuality, but we perceived it as such. Could be.
That's on you. It's like looking at a painting. It's like looking at a painting. Why isn't it? You look at a painting and, the artist was putting out this emotion and that emotion. You don't know what the hell he was doing. He just put some pretty colors on a page.
Oh, did you type it up? Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm replying to her.
Oh, okay. So I don't know.
Because most said, OMG, I get what you mean. And
I'm whatever with it, man. It's
I mean, it's not a good or bad thing. I mean, it's an observation. Just like you're looking at a painting and you're observing whatever it is you're observing. But I think
I'm not saying you are, but I'm just like, man, enjoy the ride. I'm not trying to figure out.
You can't
enjoy the ride and not look outside and see the trees.
I mean, I'm not going to sit back and just, because I'm not disappointed in it. I'm not upset about it. I'm really just making myself aware, because as an active parent and my daughter is in the impressionable age, I don't like there's just content that I'm not going to just sit back and let happen. Whether that means I don't let her watch it or I have a conversation with her about it, but there's just certain things that, like, I'm just not going to be like, "Oh, well, it is what it is." So for her to go to school and be like, "Why does so and so have two dads?" Like, that's something that I could explain to her, and she can, Squirrel has two dads because that's how the world's going to be, blah, blah, blah. Or not going to be, but that's how people in the world are. Like, you have to have conversations. And I think that's the biggest issue is people let stuff happen without having conversations about them.
Okay. And a movie could just be a movie.
It really could be.
As a movie watcher.
Movies are movies.
They're not every movie.
Movies are not just movies. Movies always have stupid.
I said a movie can just be a
always
movie.
have like current topics embedded in them.
You could turn anything into something if you want to. That's my point. Like, I'm not gonna see that movie that way. Like, it's not one of those things like, oh, now that you pointed out, I can't unsee it.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're not seeing it that way. But there is a group of people who see it that way. Like, it's not like, all right, I'm by myself, I'm an outlier.
I'm not saying
you might be more of an outlier than me.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying
I'm not saying I'm wrong. I'm not saying I'm wrong either. I'm just saying there's a group of people who see that.
Yeah, because even watching it, like so we were watching it, and then you came in, and then you were like, "Wait, what?" And we were having a conversation about it, and my daughter was like, "What? I don't get it. What's so funny?" And it's like, she not gonna get it because she's not looking at it from the same lens as us, and that is okay. Please don't. You're 5. You need to stay in that space. But in the event that she does pick up on something, say sexual or whatever, like, that's a conversation that needs to be had with.
That's a really good comment. She picking up anything as a sexual at 5 years old. It's a conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a negative thing because, well, I don't want to bring that up.
If you're watching a Disney movie, then, like, you looking at the panda, like, yo, that panda's sexy. Like, what is going on with you?
No, but see, that's why, okay, because what you're referencing right now is exactly what you're saying we did, because you're looking at a sexual reference as like something extreme. To my 5-year-old, a sexual reference is two people kissing. Like, that's something to her that is perceived as inappropriate or uncomfortable, and that's a conversation that I would have to have with her, not like something, you know what I mean? Like, her sexual references are not as like extreme as like an adult sexual references.
Exactly. So I don't know. I guess so.
Yeah, you just didn't see it, that's all.
You didn't see it. Yeah, and it's
I didn't at all.
It's still a good movie. It's still a really good movie. Yeah. But just like Pocahontas, like all of these movies have deeper meanings as adults. You watch back, you look back at it and you're like, no longer do I see John Smith as the white savior. Like, I see him as the colonizer who came in regardless of how nice he was or not. But, like, it's still a historic reference that is bigger than just Pocahontas. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like...
You ain't got to apologize to me. I didn't make that damn movie. I could care less. Like, I really don't care about Pocahontas or John Smith or the Oregon Trail or any of it.
Yo, I want to ask you a question about your. It's not your mayor, New York City mayor. You heard about him?
I hear about him from time to time. He's out here.
The new recent news is he came down with COVID. So now, is that played out? Like, to keep mentioning who got COVID now?
Yes.
You say it's played out?
Absolutely. It's been played out. It's been played out for a minute now, like, because it's not even an issue anymore. It's like, yo, Dolly Parton just came down with tested positive with COVID. She's doing fine. Like, that's like saying Kobe, not Kobe Bryant, he's dead. That'd be weird. Like, LeBron James caught the sniffles. Like, okay, and like, why are you telling me this? You want me to wipe his nose? Like, so what?
I
It's
don't
been
know. I
played
think
out.
they put that
If
out there because
they not on the respirator, I don't want to hear about it.
yeah, but I think they put that out there because all the controversy he had with I guess not letting Kyrie, well, not allowing Kyrie Irving to play. Now he could play. Like he was like someone to do with COVID. I think that's why they put it out there, so it'll be more of a story to talk about.
Nah, not
And
even. Not even. They put
and
it.
now
Any
they
and
have
every celebrity, they put it. They post it. They talk about it.
yeah. And
Like if you
now
watch a news ticker that
I don't
such and
want
such
no.
got COVID, people you never heard of.
And now they starting to sue the city now. So a woman that works at Yankee Stadium is suing because she didn't get vaccinated, but she can't work, but the players could work. So that's going to happen now. See how
Yeah,
that
I've
works
seen that
out.
coming.
Yeah. See that happen.
Which
Yeah,
that's
that's-
unfair. I
Yeah,
think.
it is unfair. Yo, did you see the my last Instagram reel I posted today
Um, which one?
with the teacher and the kid leaving a banana at the
Nah.
door? So
Well,
So,
instead of an apple,
no, listen. So this kid was leaving a banana at the door
Perspective.
at the door for his teacher, and his teacher was a black man. So the black man come to the door and see a banana on the floor, like, all right, whatever. But after like the sixth time it happened, he went to the principal and they pulled up security footage. Then after that, they found out this white kid is deliberately leaving a banana at this black man's door. So the white kid got in trouble. The parents was like, they felt embarrassed, like that's messed up. Then the white kid got suspended. Then the parents got mad. So now the
They got mad about him being suspended.
yeah, they got mad about him being suspended. So now he's going to take legal actions against the He's taking
School.
legal actions against the kid. So now the teacher is suing the kid for leaving a banana at his door 6 times.
That's intentional.
Yeah,
That's not water.
suing them for what?
I don't know.
Y'all
That's a
take
good
your
question.
PlayStation? Like, what are you going to get from them?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's a what is that on it? It's a 10th grader, and you suing him for I don't know. He said he's taking
like
legal actions.
Like, oh, leave. Maybe he's going to call the cops. You heard? You saw that thing I sent you about that weird senator chick, Taylor Green.
Is it the one you sent me on Facebook and I couldn't see it?
No, it was I sent you an article. So she Jimmy Kimmel made a joke about her because she called everybody that the 3 Democrats, the 3 Republicans that voted for Ketanji Brown or Brown Jackson, whatever her name is, Justice that lady. All the Republicans, the 3 Republicans that voted for her, she said they're pro pedophile, right?
Okay.
On Twitter. So Jimmy Kimmel said a joke. He's like, "Where's Will Smith when we need him?" So go smack her in the face.
Okay.
This chick went and called the Capitol Police on Jimmy Kimmel for threatening
I mean,
violence.
that is kind of a threat, though.
Huh?
That's a threat.
He threatened violence?
He threatened to slap. Yes.
No, he said, "Where is Will Smith when I need him?"
But implied as what? She needed to be slapped.
She do.
Why?
So what the police say?
I don't know. This is the fact that she filed a thing on Jimmy Kimmel for threatening her with Will Smith. Meanwhile,
Will Smith was
Chris
some
Rock,
dragon.
Chris Rock was actually assaulted by Will Smith, and he didn't call the cops. And then on top of that, not only did she call the police, she called the Capitol Police. And when they wanted to honor the Capitol Police or something for, doing their job, the insurrection, she opposed it. But she'll call the Capitol Police on Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, but she don't want the Capitol Police to do their job with the January 6th.
Right. I was like, yo, this is like when you be talking about how people hate on Republicans because the loudest ones are the craziest.
Same thing with Democrats.
The loudest ones are the craziest. Like,
Yeah. Oh man. For Jimmy Kimmel, anything come about that, or it is what it is?
nah, she said something and he said something and I don't know what else, but she did definitely I only called the police on him. She tweeted it.
So she.
And then like other people was like, other people that down with her was like, yo, you can't be threatened violence. Violence is never the answer. It was a joke. Like, it wasn't even a threat. It was a joke. It was a question. Where is Will Smith when we need him?
I don't know.
It's not really a threat, though.
She thought it was.
It's a waste of resources.
It can be applied as one.
It's a waste of resources. You say, where's Will Smith when you need him? And she gonna call the Capitol Police, and they got.
It's a waste of your anytime minutes.
Yeah. Nah, I'm with Lamont on this one. But
you just can't say whatever. Like,
you really can.
Yeah, why can't you?
You really can.
Saying something is gonna have consequences to it. Like, I feel like I don't think this is that big of a deal because it was a joke. But what was implied was that she needed to be slapped. Which, if we're going back to the whole violence thing, that's violent.
It depends how you interpret it. He could say, "Where's Will Smith?" Maybe he's concerned for Will Smith's well-being after Will Smith went through all that.
Just twist the concept of him referencing that in regards to her comment.
Let's just call it what it is. She's a Karen. She's a Karen.
Is a Karen a racial slur?
Yes.
You think so?
A racial slur?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why isn't it? If you people is a racial slur, Karen is a racial slur.
I think Karen is a racial slur.
If you people is a racial slur, Karen
it goes by your race and by your agenda. So you're a white woman who complains. You're a Karen. That's a racial slur. I think so.
Okay.
You don't think so?
No, because I don't feel like I can't relate to a Karen in this regard. So I don't feel the validity of that statement being a racial slur. It's
because you can't relate to. Because you can't relate to a Karen, it's not a racial.
No, because because to be called a Karen is for you to act a certain way, like something that can be corrected. I feel like a racial slur is you acting upon like your racial ethnicity, doing something that does not that cannot be controlled. Somebody calling you a black monkey. That's not something you can control. You cannot control being black, nor can you control having similar features to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like it's the same.
You don't get to choose what they're offended by.
And
you are not a white lady.
I'm not saying that I'm not saying I can get to choose. I'm simply saying that they can choose whether or not to be called a Karen.
No, they can't. You can't. Do you choose not to be called a nigga?
This is how I look at it too.
This ain't your choice. Somebody said it to you.
If like, say a white person is upset about something, right? Say like, oh my God, my food is cold, and she said, this food is cold. Can you take it back? That right there could be seen as a Karen. Something that simple.
Well, if we're gonna reference all racial slurs, there's so many that means everything we say could be a racial slur.
But I'm just saying,
anything and everything.
No, not anything, because that is only towards white women.
And being it's a put down.
I mean, yes, but people call men Karens too. I feel
what
like
kind of men?
I feel like
ones that turn red.
I feel like but the thing is, like, black people can also be Karens as well. Like, to answer your question, I'm saying no. I don't think calling someone a Karen is a racial slur. I don't think so.
Yeah,
because you don't identify with Karens.
No, because I feel like the act of being a Karen is something that can be controlled. The act of a racial slur is something that you cannot control. Someone doesn't have control over that.
You can't control what people call you.
I mean, you can't. I'm not saying you can control what people are calling you. I'm saying you can control your actions. So if somebody calls you ignorant, or if somebody calls you, like, I don't know, like a racial slur that has like a reference behind it, that's an action. You cannot do that action.
What about coon?
That is a racial slur.
But can you not be a coon? Like, people are like, oh my God, look at this guy being a coon. Like, you doing an action to become that word.
I mean, all of this is subjective. Just like I said, my perspective was no. That's because my subjective opinion about it is no. But I feel like a coon is also an action based off the way that people reference. Like, if somebody calls someone a coon, it's because of the action that they.
But it's still a racial slur.
But white people can't coon.
You said white people can't what?
White people don't get called coons for cooning. They get called goofy or something like that. They don't get called
I
coons.
mean, they don't, but they do. Like, I feel like all racial. I mean, if we're referencing racial slurs, the origin of them does start in one specific region. I mean, one specific race, but they intertwine. People call people niggas that are not black. In the show in Atlanta, they literally said, "You niggas," like, and they were not even white people. They weren't even black people. Like, so I don't know. I feel like
I say we send all white niggas back to Africa.
But I have to say,
Since all life came from Africa, so send all the white niggas back to Africa.
but I think your point is debunked.
it's my point.
But it's
Just
not
like,
debunked.
just like he didn't agree, I don't agree. It is what it is. I
No,
don't think we care.
But I'm saying, with the
Do a poll.
the
Do a poll.
coon reference debunked the Karen, because you can act like a coon, like you can act like a Karen, and coon is a racial slur. And why can't Karen be a racial slur?
Okay, it can be, but I don't think that it is. I just don't think it is. I don't think it has enough validity for it to be considered a racial slur. And for me, I'm referencing a racial slur as something that can really, I mean, and I guess Karens do lose their jobs and stuff, but I just don't feel like I'm not giving it as much power as y'all are. That's just the difference.
What power are we giving it?
I feel like to identify something as a racial slur means that it has to really be like embedded in a culture and embedded in like, I don't think that it's there.
It's not embedded in this culture right now. This is a culture where people like, hey, you Karen. This is the culture that people's using that term.
If you're gonna sit here and be an advocate for white women, feel free to do
Well,
that.
we care what they
But I'm not. I disagree. That's just what it is. Exactly.
It's just funny.
It's,
no, I'm talking
Mo,
about
bro,
Mo
like,
said, why do we care what
Mo,
they think?
bro.
I don't. I'm just laughing.
because like I swear this podcast be needing they be needing. I'm telling you, the woman's perspective or something. Like, why are we sitting here arguing about a Karen?
Ask you a simple question.
We don't care about what a Karen. If a Karen is a racial slur or not. Is nigga a racial slur? Yes.
Yes.
However, can you still use it on all platforms and it not be deemed as inappropriate, or you not get censorship, or you not get anything? Yes. They don't care about us, so I don't care. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't care about a white racial slur being a racial slur, because as a black woman, the racial slurs that are appropriate for them to say to me are overlooked. That's all I'm saying. And thank you, Mo, for saying what it was I was trying to say.
No, you was not trying to say that.
Why are we caring about what they think?
Yo, first of
That
all,
is what
is a
I
honky?
said.
Huh?
For all the racial slurs,
I
what
think
is
that's
a
simple
honky?
question.
How do you become a honky?
I don't even know. I never
I've never used that.
I never had a
context.
time to use. That's way before my. That's your era. Call
That's
somebody
not
a
even
hunky.
my era. That's before my era. I'm not that much older than you.
But still, your era is still way before mine.
I suppose. I had a
Go
good
ahead and
7-year
pin
run of
that.
being an only child.
Pin it. Pin it.
What, Mo the Goat?
Yes. Because I'm not arguing with this black brother about Karens. Those are so irrelevant to you, or should be anyways.
Okay.
Unless you are looking to have a biracial relationship.
It's called interracial relationship, not biracial.
Why would it be not be biracial?
Yo, don't be changing people's adjectives, man.
If it's
Ew.
a white wait. If a white person and a black person date, it's called interracial. It's not called biracial.
Okay, that's
If
what
they-
you're saying.
Yeah, if they
Okay.
have a kid, then it's called biracial.
Okay, I got it.
You mean right, Mark?
Jizza said you got to read the labels.
Yeah, read the labels.
Gotta read the labels. Tommy ain't my motherfucking boy. I
Oh
don't know.
man.
But nah, you're
Uh,
right. Technically, that's correct.
yeah. But still. So I just asked a simple question.
That was just like
So
so.
you asked the question, but then was trying to like gun ho on me. Exactly what
Because
we just did
you
to
know what it
your
is.
brother.
It never
You just
fails.
did that to
Somebody
me
asks you
about.
something and you just get so riled up. It just we have no idea where you're going. We just
No, I
we just
always have
follow
a
you
point.
along.
It was just that if it was okay for you to say it is what it is, this is how I feel. I didn't see that, but then as soon as I did that, it was like, okay, but I'm
You
like,
didn't know. You took it to a whole nother level of why it's not a racial slur. You start talking about niggas and coons and
because
black
those are
people could be
also racial
Karen. I
slurs.
know black people can
That
be Karen. My uncle married a woman named Karen. She was black. I mean,
They are sitting at home talking about is in a racial slur. They're not even thinking about us.
yeah, they watching this broadcast right now. Like, what are these niggas talking about?
right, still using the racial slur that's accepted and acceptable.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I said no. I'm sticking to my answer. You didn't persuade me otherwise.
Oh man.
Yeah, like we just said, we got a I guess a aunt bought through marriage named Karen.
Red Velvet. Yeah, I know a lot of Karens that are black and
Yeah.
white. That's why it's like, you know.
Is Becky a racial slur?
I don't think so. No, I don't think.
But
Becky.
it could be perceived as negative. They go by Karen.
Nah,
You gotta emphasize the.
Like Becky's not a racial slur because Tyrone not a racial slur.
Give me that Becky. That is kind of. I mean, maybe not. I feel like Becky is definitely. If we're gonna say Karen's a racial slur.
Wait.
No, I think Becky's more of a sexual reference.
Yeah, but I feel like
She's threatened by Becky's. She ain't worried about Karen's.
I'm not threatened by any white woman actually. So
Yeah, see, most of Becky's not a slur. It's not a slur. It's just a sexual act. A sexual act.
A sexual act?
Yeah, Becky is head. So you never heard that before?
No.
Amy, at least. Amy's will be offended then.
Yeah.
That's
Poor
what it
Karens.
is.
No.
Not like the I'm thinking poor people who name
Oh, okay.
that's named
I'm
Karen.
like,
Because when Karen
no.
started like taking off, Aaron, when Karen started taking off, I texted my friend Karen like, damn man, like
But I think originally because it was a Karen, right? I think the
I don't
lady's
know.
name was Karen.
I don't know.
Oh God, I remember they tried to take it back. Like I remember this lady running around. I think she was yelling on the airplane,
No, they chose.
and then she had a T-shirt talking about she's a Karen. Like, nah, it's not gonna work. You can't put that in your hip hop songs. It's not popping.
Oh, she
You
trying
don't
to
want
take the
that
word
Karen.
back like we took the word back allegedly.
Karen.
Yeah. It's so stupid, yeah.
They take it back. They gave it to us like that's y'all. You can have it. We ain't never heard of a nigga till they started calling us that. Hey, how you gonna take something back that wasn't yours? OJ went to jail for that.
For being a Karen?
No, for taking something back that was his.
Oh yeah. Oh look, they're gonna pull 40-50, 40-60. So yeah. I don't know.
Well,
Who
looks
won?
like your audience is leaning more towards mine.
All right.
She said, "I'm not owning that mess." Yeah.
But how did it start? I think they started with the banana, right? The banana
Yeah,
conversation.
who put the banana in his tailpipe and he tried to sue the little kid.
Yeah. So yesterday was on the DMX Death Day. So you know how we celebrate the day people died, not to celebrate the day they born.
Oh, that
What's your
was
favorite
yesterday?
DMX song?
What's my favorite DMX song?
Yeah.
I don't know. They all sound alike.
Wait. Oh, let me read this. So, did y'all see the Karen who tossed the guys crab dinner? They were white and Asian men. Nah.
What?
Definitely didn't see that.
You ever had crabs?
Oh, and did you hear about the guy Lamont? I was talking about this on Mo's show. The guy who got murdered, the black guy who got murdered, who had a white girlfriend, but he was anti black girls.
He got murdered for being anti-black girl.
Huh?
He got murdered for being an anti-black
All
girl.
right. So he's a I looked it up later, bro. So he's anti-black. He's a black dude who he hate black women. He always talk bad about black women.
Oh,
Right?
yeah, Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, he was like, oh, black women's this, black women's that. So he dated a white woman. Now the white woman killed him, and she didn't get charged because she said mental health issues. So like,
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so it seems weird because at first black women was advocating like, oh my God, it's messed up. This white woman killed this black man. But then they started digging the receipts up like, hey, wait a minute, he even liked black women. So now it's like it conflicted like, should we ride for this dude or should we not? Because he didn't like black women anyway.
She said not even arrested.
Yeah, not
She
even
just,
arrested.
Like not charged or nothing.
We ride for him.
mean,
Why?
I hope that he gets justice, but I can't do nothing for him.
He don't get no justice. He's dead.
Well,
He get a burial.
I feel like his death, her getting charged for his death or some type of consequences, to me, getting justice.
Man, I don't do shit for me. I'm dead. I don't care what you do with this chick. I'm dead.
But what about the
she said
family?
not singing for him.
What about the family? Like, should the family be like, damn, do we get any justice?
I think closure.
Oh,
is
that's
necessary.
different for the family, yeah. But like,
Yeah.
for him, I'm dead.
But the funny part is the family also, like, the sister had tweets of the same thing, like, oh, black people are this, black people are that, and just having all this type of anti-black rhetoric.
Well, it takes one to know one.
I guess so, but at the end of the day, I guess black people was riding for this lady, or riding for this guy, and he didn't even like you. Kind of like OJ. Like how, you know what I'm saying? When OJ went to trial, black people was riding hard for OJ, hoping OJ get off. And when OJ got off, he like, I don't care about black people like that. Like he not big on that.
They didn't care about OJ. They cared about Rodney King.
Yeah, I guess it went with the Rodney King thing, I guess.
Yeah, it was like, okay, yeah, we got one now. Like, no, we didn't.
Yeah.
Rodney King still got his ass beat.
Yeah.
Those two people still dead. Like, I'm not attached to it. Like, good for OJ, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I don't bad for the Goldmans and like I guess like I ain't got shit to do with OJ.
But anything that happens to you after your death is for the living. So
yeah, I know.
In this regard, like justice being served would be for the family's peace of mind. I mean,
yeah, just like the funeral. Like, I'm really not for a funeral because there's so much more you could do with that money.
Yeah.
Funerals are expensive as hell for no reason. Oh, somebody got deleted by Nightbot?
Yeah, sorry, Red Velvet. Nightbot is very strict.
Yo, Nightbot is on his own schedule. Like he don't care if it's daytime. You talking that nonsense, man.
Yeah, I gotta turn that off. Sorry, Red Velvet. Nightbot don't like emojis on your messages, so you be timed. I think you should be good by now, but yeah, you got timed out for a few seconds. I gotta control Nightbot.
That's right. Oh, that's right. Mo got revenge on Nightbot on you the other night.
Oh, yeah, so I was on Mo's live and she deleted, she banned me from her live, something like that for like 10 minutes.
because of something you said?
Yeah, I think no. So I said the word. I put pedo in the comments, and she's like, "Don't put that in the comments." And she deleted, like, she banned me for like 10 minutes.
What were you saying pedo as reference to?
Um, like
You talking about
pedophiles.
no, they were talking about something else.
Yeah,
Oh.
That wasn't the night you was on. The night you was on, you was talking about that lady.
yeah. They said the state of the black race just has broken my heart, and healing is all I can think about these days. Yeah, the state of the black
Okay.
race is. It's a lot.
How? Wait, what? WHU.
I don't know what that acronym means. What? Where? How you are? I don't know. No, don't leave.
Nah, I don't know.
They said beam me up. What happened?
No, I'm trying to see that this acronym means.
Nah,
Yeah. What about you? I don't know.
that's not what about you.
Yeah, it wasn't me that did it. It was the bot. I don't ban people from comments.
Nah, you got your night bot.
No, don't leave. You good. It's just a bot don't like emojis in the comments, and I got like this bot that's automated, and he's very strict about what people say. Oh, what happened?
What happened?
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's what happened. All right, now we get way out of. All right, let me explain to you what happened, Red Velvet. So, I have like an automated bot that that control like comments and stuff like that. So when like crazy spammers come in, or like somebody from like Europe or something like that want to put little links and stuff like that in there.
Yeah, I don't think Russia can send them no more because they like banned from the planet
So
right now.
It has
From the
stopped.
internet.
But let me explain what the Red Velvet was going on. So the links and stuff like that was coming in my comments. So what I had to do was I had to put like a little bot in there in case somebody says something if I don't catch it. And that's what the bot does. So
Too many emojis.
yeah, too many emojis.
Capital letters.
Like you see the bot now says check out the weekly podcast. So that's why the bot saw an emoji and thought you was like a spammer, which you're not. So that's what it was.
Never trust a big bot and a smile.
Oh, what?
Red Velvet, where are you from? Curious.
Don't give out your personal information on the internet. She's a scammer.
That's all.
I'm a scammer.
So, like-
I wish if I was a scammer, I'd be decked out. I'd be flown out. You hear me?
Okay.
I'm saying, if I was scamming, believe me, I would be scamming. But I'm not.
Scammers be scamming.
Yeah. All right, so the poll is done.
No.
Yeah, I took the poll off. All right, yeah, so the conversation was about reparations. It definitely went to a whole nother realm.
Okay, so do you guys feel like we deserve reparations? And should it be via money or some other realm? Because that's where we started off the conversation.
Yeah.
What?
Reparations is too slippery, man. Like, it's like, all right, say, for instance, you have a white person that now could identifies black and prove that they think they deserve reparations. Would you feel in a way that a white person get reparations too?
That's why we're not gonna get them, because who is identified as a true black person? It's so vague in America. We're a melting pot full of races, ethnicities. So for a group of people to be identified as directly to one group, which would be slaves, is inaccurate. It's unlikely. I don't think it's possible. Shoot, I don't even know if my family is that embedded in America. So I don't think I would be getting any if we're going to do that. 21andMe test to see how deep your roots are in the U.S. And if they go that far to slavery, then you're old. If not, then you don't. I don't think it's possible.
This is everybody knows what a black person look like. I don't see what's so complicated. You can see your DNA confirm where the majority of genetic makeup come from and all sorts. But the issue is,
Okay, so
Black
he written on a check,
independence perspective, that
basically.
is inaccurate. You can't always see black. Like that's the
So
thing about black. That's
you
the
can
thing
see
about
black.
race.
You can see skin color. You can see
No,
black.
no, we're not talking about color. He's talking about black ethnicity. Like you can't see race all the time. No, you can't. Because
Race is a social construct.
the number of generations that have been away from slavery, your lineage could have easily gone from white to black to white again if we're looking at only color of skin. It's possible. After a certain amount of generations of one color, it's more of that than the other, but that doesn't mean your lineage, if we're talking about reparations, doesn't date back to slavery.
Okay, like I said, race is a social construct. We're all human. It ain't. There's no.
You can
They
use
boil down to
your
it.
DNA
If
to
you can have, like dogs are dogs,
mm-hmm.
right? A dog can have a baby with another dog. Dog can't have a baby with a cat. A man can have a baby with a woman. A man can have a baby with an ape.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like you can't figure out who the hell gonna get a check.
That's the thing.
If you wasn't
can't-
personally a slave, you don't get a check. And you're damn sure not getting what 40 acres is worth today.
Oh nah. Definitely.
You might get $40. It's too many black people.
I mean, I don't think we're getting a check, but I do think that we deserve a check. We deserved a check, or we deserve something. I do feel that way.
Everybody that's black deserves a check.
I didn't necessarily. I'm on this. I am.
You said we. You said we.
No,
You
no.
talking about-
I identify as a black woman. I'm saying that I don't think we should get money. That's where I don't think money is going to be the resolution.
All right. So
So
who's
a
paying
check?
us, and what do you
No.
really expect them to give you?
Didn't we have this conversation already? I mean, I just think that it's issues that are woven into the makeup of America that is caused because of the systematic issues we've had because of slavery. There are some things that we can do. Can we truly do it with leaders who lead and have issues or lead with greed? Probably not. But I think there are programs or government funding. There's things that could occur to better our people. And by our people, in this specific reference, I'm talking about descendants of slaves.
And it's basically the same shit they've been doing.
What you mean? In what way?
Government funding and programs. And how is that any different than what they've been doing? Like I said, it's just it's a press release. That's all that shit is.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not talking about the press release. I think it was talking more so about what could happen or what we could see happen. Like, it's just a conversation. It's not saying like, oh, they are or they aren't. It's just saying if they did, what could occur.
I can't see it happening. I mean, I would love it to happen, but realistically, I don't see why the government would even agree to it. Like, you're in a position where you could just keep holding it off and pushing it off forever.
I don't see a situation where they could afford to do it.
Yeah, I don't see it either. So I don't know, would you rather have welfare or reparations? I pick reparations, LOL. Nobody gets rich and nobody's living comfortable off of welfare. If I have to choose, that's a good question. You have to choose between welfare and reparations?
But why would those be the only two
What's the
options?
difference?
No, it's a big difference. So, like,
Reparations?
if
Like, what are
reparations
you?
are welfare,
It's called reparation. What are they repairing?
whatever happened through slavery, and now
History of there's a lot that has to be repaired.
Now say that out loud and think about how ridiculous that sounds. The history of what happened to us.
yeah, like
They're gonna
you don't
repair
think,
that.
So that's
America.
what they're repairing.
Maybe the word can be changed. I think what's happened has happened, but I do think that they can correct it, and by correcting it is reparations in whatever form you deem it as.
But I think reparations to come out like as far as like maybe free schools, You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, this group of people get free schooling like they're doing for the Ukrainians. Or like, hey, you want to go to technical school? Hey, you want to go to college? You know what I'm saying? Your college is half off. Or maybe, you know, food is cheaper for you because you black. It could be that. Like, you don't have to make it money. You just help somebody out who could use a little more help for a period of time.
That's welfare.
That's not welfare, because welfare, you have to have a certain type of income to be qualified for welfare.
Welfare has nothing to do with.
So say I'm making $150 a year, but I'm still getting those cuts. I can't make $150 a year and be on welfare unless I'm making $150 a year under the table.
And then if you're making $150 a year and you getting those cuts because you black, how is that going to play out?
I'm saving money.
No, how is that going to play out for the rest of America? How are they going to do that? How is it going to work?
Then I guess somebody else have to pay more.
And again, how is that going to work? Who's going to let that fly?
The same people let $10 billion go to Ukrainians.
I understand that black is black. You can see somebody's black, but how can you prove that I'm supposed to get these cuts because I'm black, and Tiger Woods isn't because his mother's not black?
But he is black though.
But what about his father?
He's black.
He doesn't even claim black. He says he's Asian.
It don't matter if you claim it or not.
I'm not saying he claim it. I'm saying, like,
if we create a definition, if you fall in it, that's what you are.
It sounds good. It also sounds completely ridiculous. It sounds good.
I like this comment right here. It says, I find it interesting that when it comes to black people, nobody understands what reparations is. Yet Germany recently celebrated its 6th year of paying reparations to the Jews.
Right, like I don't know. I think it's too late to...
I think it should have been done a long time ago.
Yeah, because everybody that has gone through similar circumstances as African Americans received a leg up following that. Instead, we didn't receive that. And now we still have generations and generations of people climbing out of a hole because of what occurred to the people before them.
Yeah. I don't disagree with that. I just don't see how you fix it in 2022. I don't see how you fix it.
I mean, and I think that's why we don't have it, because the argument is literally to be had. Like, because there's really no way to identify who deserves it, who doesn't. It's no real way to justify what would be beneficial to one family versus the other. Like, I just think it's too far gone. But if it could occur, I think what it would look like physically is there's a hole that's dug and your hole has a stepping stool in it to get you a little bit closer to the top. What that stepping stool is for your family will vary from my family to the next person's family, but I still feel like the government owes us that stepping stool. Because we're just too deep in a hole. And you see it all the time.
You do.
I don't see what makes you think the government would ever do something like that or could afford to do something like that.
I don't have faith in the government. That's why I work hard and I have a good job, and I'm trying to lift myself and my family up by the bootstraps out this hole that the generations before me have created. However, I do feel like there are some people who didn't get resources and don't have the like access to resources that could benefit from getting pulled up by assistance, which Black Independence Perspective is saying that to him was welfare, which some people could deem as that being the case.
No, I said that's welfare.
Lamont said it's welfare. He said that, what would you rather have?
Oh,
I said it. What you described is basically just welfare. The government helping you. That's welfare.
No,
the way the welfare system is set up now, I'm not saying it's what we have now, but public assistance is public assistance. You're helping people. You're assisting people.
Yeah.
By definition, that's welfare.
I'm not talking about checks of welfare when I say damage. Is the psychological problems, damage as a whole, where these people don't care about anything about the setbacks resulting from. It's a down payment on justice.
I mean, but that's also why we can't, like, if you think about specifically reparations cannot occur because it's not just a tangible thing. Like
No, it's not.
they've done so much damage to our community, to our people, to America. Like, we're not even just talking about like black people at this point. Like, so much damage. Like, the fact that that little girl was able to wear a Confederate flag shirt, like that alone, it just amplifies the issues that our country has that reparations are not going to solve. Which is why I said it's a band-aid. It's bigger than reparations at this point. We just need to break it down and start over.
Start what over? The whole country?
Okay, I'm being dramatic.
Oh no.
Yeah, more or less.
Start the whole country over?
Yo, if you really want to think about it, people keep saying the system is broken. The system is broken, right? You don't fix shit that's broken. You throw it in the trash and go buy a new one.
Or you fix
You know what I'm
it.
saying? Not
Like a
not
car.
you know. You say your car's not broke. Your car's not broke. The radiator might be shot, or but the whole car is broke. That's total. It's broke. A part might be broke, but the whole damn thing is broke. You throw it out.
I mean, so in that reference, then America is not broke because the American dream is still working for people.
Yeah, it's attainable.
Yeah, people are still climbing from nothing to something. People are still changing generational like ideologies and financial abilities. Like, people are still doing those things for themselves. Foreigners are also still able to come here and do those things for themselves. So if you look at the way that America was originally written, it's not broke according to your perspective, because those things can still happen. There's just broken pieces that are being affected, that groups are being affected more by than others.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't say throw the whole system in the garbage. I'll say that maybe certain things need to be worked on. Like, say, for example, like policing. Like, all right, if you got a dickhead cop, y'all can't all ride with the dickhead cop knowing that he doing dumb shit. You gotta, like, you know what? You can't be with us no more. You can't be a police officer. It's not like behind the blue wall. You know what I'm saying? You got to get rid of that one person so the rest of the cops could do their job in an orderly fashion. So that's like one perspective of it, of policing. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you know how that goes. Oh, we got to just abolish the whole police system. Then you go to the hood.
The whole police.
You need cops. You're like, damn, like somebody getting shot up. Who you going to call? You can't call your boy. Like, yeah, you can't call nobody. So you can't get rid of the police. So you got to like, you get rid of the dickhead cops. And they all, and you know what I'm saying, cops, I know they all say the same thing. Like, cops ain't bad, just like that one or two dickhead cop. But like, you know, you got a dickhead cop in the force. Why not just call him out? You can't call him out because y'all got that blue wall. So it's like you got a dickhead family member who's like, yo, you a dickhead. Get out of here. It's like, nah, I can't.
One bad
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, but that's what America is made up of.
Yeah.
Of like every like space you look at, even politics. Like, I don't think all politicians are bad. All politicians don't start off as bad, but then you have, like y'all said earlier, the ones who are bold and boastful, and those are the ones that get the bad rep. Those are the ones that we see the most. So I don't know. I think we just have to work on being better people and removing the prejudiceness, the racial divide, all those things to like become a better country. And to answer your question,
really good, but people are people.
Yeah.
People are always going to be people.
And greedy.
That's a trait of a person.
Yeah.
People are none of those things. In general, a person could be that, but people in general.
I think if you put out good, and if you do good, I'm not saying that bad's is not gonna happen to you, but I think it's just you got to look at you. You got to look at your input, your output towards the world, what you're contributing to. Like, I think it starts from each individual person. And that's why for me, reparations is an issue, because it's like victimizing. People are expecting a handout, but not willing to put in the effort or do the work. Like, you have to, what are you going to do with what you receive? And even if you receive a handout, that's not what you think it is. How are you going to benefit from that? So I think I'm optimistic. and I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
And we,
I don't know if that's victimizing.
That's unfortunate.
That she's optimistic.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate.
No, I think it's better to be optimistic. I'm optimistic as well.
yeah, I think it's a good quality.
Yeah.
I'm not naive, and there's a difference. Like I'm aware that there are bad people out here, and I'm aware that bad things can happen to you. However, I'm going to do what I can do to make sure that my output towards life is beneficial. You know, I'm going to watch my carbon footprint. I'm going to recycle here and there. I'm going to cut those little, what are they called? The little strings off of Jamari's gator.
Oh, the little plastic 6-pack.
So I got Jamari cutting the
You
See,
know,
you got your input is important. He gets those vitamin waters. They come in a pack of 6, and you know those plastic things come on top of them. So to save the world, you're supposed to cut them so that turtles don't
To save the world?
you don't save the world.
You save the world one act at a time.
The world is
okay?
going down
What is
regardless
the
if you do that or
thing
not,
to
to be
do?
Listen.
honest.
If a turtle can't get stuck because of it, I'm here for it. Okay. But yeah, so now Jamari does it actively. He cuts it because he said the turtles ain't gonna get stuck because of me. That's what
I want to address this comment right here.
I was
It's
going to
kinda-
say something, but it's so obvious because it's the truth.
What's that?
We're all going to die.
Yeah. All
But
right.
that's inevitable.
I guess this is the
Somebody said, who said no?
Somebody said no.
No, with the
Yeah.
reparations, somebody did vote no. What is
Yeah,
the
that was me.
reason? Oh, that was you? Okay. What's the reason black people justify police shooting a teenage girl in the chest 4 times to disable a knife from her hand? Why do black people justify cops doing heinous things to black people?
Wait, we justify it?
All right, no, like the Ma'Khia Bryant. You know the Ma'Khia Bryant situation when the cop shot the girl in the chest because she was trying to stab another girl. Now, Red Velvet, what would you want that cop to do?
But see that we had that conversation.
Wait,
about
what
that,
happened,
and
though?
I don't think.
All right, let me give Lamont the backstory before we get going. So, Ma'Khia Bryant was a girl that was, for whatever reason, they had to fight, right? They had a big fight. And Ma'Khia Bryant was about to stab another girl, right?
Yeah.
She had the knife like this, about to stab her. The cop made a decision. What I'm going to do, he shot the girl that had the knife. He shot her in the chest, and she died.
Okay.
So, in this comment saying, black people justifying shooting a teenage girl in the chest 4 times to disable a knife.
Why do
Shot
black people
4 times?
justify cops doing
Yeah.
horrendous things to black people? I don't think we justify it. I think, first of all, I think black people, like, referencing us in a group like that is subjective because all 3 of us on this call right now all have different perspectives on most things. I almost always don't agree with, especially you, and we just don't agree. So to group us like that,
I couldn't even, my thing is freezing up. I can't even tell who is you.
That's me. What's up, Picasso? But I feel like that cop did the right thing, in my opinion, because you have another girl is about to kill another girl. What is that cop? The cop is made. The cop job is to protect and serve.
You must say the cop is made?
Do we have volume on that video?
He's
Does that video
RoboCop.
have
He's
volume?
made. I feel like, yo,
I don't know.
So I disagree.
he ain't
I don't
wrong,
think
but
the
he ain't
cop
right.
did I
From
don't.
what
Yeah,
you
because I don't feel
described
like
to
he
me.
did the best decision.
I think he did. What would you want?
It's your perspective.
No, I'm saying,
Like I
all right.
said,
So, what
for-
would be the best decision for that
That's
cop?
what I'm saying. I don't know if the video has audio or not, because what if the cop saying freeze?
What audio do you need? You got a girl like this. But all right, God forbid your daughter is that other girl. What you want that cop to do?
I just think that there's other ways he could have handled it.
How?
He didn't have to do a body shot.
How would he?
That's
How
what
would he handle it?
they're taught to aim in the mass. So
Yeah, how would
Nah.
you? How would you handle that?
I just don't want my.
You want the
daughter to
cop
ever
to
be in that
shoot the
situation.
girl
I
in
want
the
my
hand
money
like
now.
John Wick?
I don't want my daughter to ever be in that situation.
But I'm saying, like,
I don't. I just hope that there was some type of like diffused situation. Like, was she in the act about to do it? Was
Yes.
the knife just up?
yeah, no,
Was her hand
So you
swinging,
want-
or
you-
was she like this? Because there makes a difference. it
It
makes
does.
it.
So you want this cop to make all that decision, all that?
I'm not saying he's right, and I'm not saying he was wrong. I'm just simply saying that I would hope that he would have made a just decision. If that's the decision he made, then that is what it is, based off of a just, like, let me evaluate the entire system. Because
And I did a video on it. I felt like the father really, because the father was out there fighting with her, jumping, beating up some other girl on the side.
oh yeah, we talked about this before. I do feel like the cop is the last person to blame in this whole chain of events.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he got the backlash, but let's talk about the people who were considered her guardians. Let's talk about the reason why they were out there fighting in the first place. The girl had already several times indicated that she was being bullied. Why wasn't anyone addressing that? Like, there were a lot of people, a lot of adults who failed her.
Facts. In the video, the father of the girl was standing right there. He should have grabbed her and stopped her knowing the cops were there. Somebody got to be level-headed. The father was being emotional. The father was being emotional, like, oh, yeah, I ain't going to jump my daughter and start fighting some other girls. Like, fam, you could grab your daughter up, get her out the way. If some girls hit you, you could take the hits, unless she like Carissa Shields or something like that, some boxer, and he could knock you out. But still, you could take the hits.
I mean, I agree.
And just move away and like, all right, I got my daughter. We can stop this later. Instead, you fighting, but side by side with your daughter. Your daughter ended up getting a knife, and your daughter about to stab somebody.
But I think his comment is exactly why our country stays divided, because we're not holding people accountable. I agree that if the father was present there and he could have done something about it, he should have. That he didn't. And so the cop coming to his job, seeing what he's seeing, his natural reaction is to do X. We have to stop placing these cops in positions to do X.
Yeah.
That could have been resolved with the adults present. It could have.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that, I don't know, that situation was the only one from that time frame that I felt personally connected to, because I do feel like the adults in her life failed her. So to answer your question, like, I'm not praising the cops or anything like that. I mean, I don't feel like he did the best he could have done in that situation by shooting her, but also he's a cop. Like, I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation.
So the same amount of time it took the cop to shout, get down, his combat training should have kicked in, not his kill skills.
That's what I'm saying.
If you I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. It's what I've seen. You have a knife in motion. You talking about get down. That knife coming down is less than half a second.
But was it in motion, or was it just like this? I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay, but why would that cop have to? Why would you be? All right, first of all, you see cops are there. Why are you in a position with a knife in your hand about to stab somebody, seeing cops there?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we could talk about emotions all day. Everybody was elevated. The situation was unnecessary.
Yeah.
A life was given. Taken. Unfortunately.
Yeah. We can't expect cops to be John Wick and shoot people in the hand and shoot people in the foot and thinking they gonna fall down like it's a movie. It's not a movie. This is real life.
I know, but he shot her.
Stay in the movie,
I don't know.
dog.
I just hope that he did the best he could have done. Because if he could have done anything else and he chose not to do anything else, then that bothers me. But we'll never know.
No, I think he did the right thing in my opinion. But thanks, Red Velvet, for that conversation.
Where was the taser? You see? Where was the taser? Because the taser would have knocked her down.
How you know?
How do we know?
Yeah, how do you know?
We don't know.
Because tasers, people react differently to tasers. You didn't see that video where the guy got tasered, he just ripped it off and kept coming at the cop?
No.
People act differently with tasers.
See how we all just have our different perspectives?
Yeah. So I think we should also, in fairness, talk about how the cop potentially said that exactly. He did his job. He saved that black girl's life.
Which is why I've never bashed the cop for his actions. I just hope that his actions were the best ones to make in that moment. Like, yeah. I hope that he rationalized and thought it through and not just reacted, which is what a lot of cops do.
He said we getting caught up in the background drama of the story. What background drama? This girl stabbed another girl. She got shot. Like, it's not no background drama. That's what happened.
Well, the background drama is the adults that failed her. But I think that's important to note, because we would have never been in this situation in the first place.
Yeah. We
wouldn't have had two children fighting with a weapon had the parents or the guardians done their job, which is engage in...
And I'm not sure you saw the other video or not. So there was a video for like somebody's... webcam or ring cam, whatever, from the house,
from the neighborhood.
Yeah, across the street. The girl was like really running towards her with the knife.
Somebody could just tripped her.
You still got your knife in your hand?
She would have stabbed herself.
Yeah. It's an answer why you justifying it. Am I justifying the police or am I justifying the girl with the knife? Because either way, somebody's life's about to get taken. You can't ask that police officer to make a decision like that. Like, I don't understand what you want that cop to do. I really don't understand. You want the cop to shoot the girl in the hand? You want the cop shoot the girl in the foot? You want the cop to taser? The reason
I mean, I think we're all in the same. I think I'm in agreement with you in that if that was the last result, that's what happened. But I do think that other things could have possibly been done. But also, I'm not a trained assassin, nor have I ever shot a gun or any type of weapon. So this is just my own personal opinion.
Yeah. You justifying
so I
it?
don't get fined.
Huh?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
And I do feel like the taser would have knocked her out. Cause it was a girl. I don't know. I think it would have knocked her out.
Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't have it on him.
He should have had it on him, but at the same time, I think he made the right decision, in my opinion. Because if that's my daughter or my son about to get stabbed, if the cop is there, I'd be more mad.
But if your daughter or son was the aggressor in that moment, like that's, I don't know. I think the backstory is important to argue what ended up happening. Because I don't know. Like I feel like there's so many times where bullies antagonize and create this drama, and then they get put in these situations, and it's like I'm defending you see this happening all the time. I'm defending myself, and now I'm perceived as the threat.
Yeah,
that's not how. I don't know.
I don't know where I'm from. If you see cops, you chill. You like, all right, we had our fight. Cops is here. Everybody fall back. She's the only one still fighting. Her and her father, the one still fighting when the cops came up.
I mean, and we're talking about somebody who probably, first of all, we're talking about a child, so her mental perspective is not going to be.
Oh wow, we doing that too.
We have to.
We talking about mental. Yo, y'all talking about the families and the bullies in the school and the. She said, "Why black people justifying this? Who are these black people?"
I'm justifying it
because I'm a black person.
I'm just like
I just.
Yo, you say if the cop had been trained to disable instead of kill, it would have been Paris Hilton or some other white person.
She talked about on her Instagram all the time about her being bullied and her being upset. Like that's what I'm referencing as far as like the backstory. It's bigger. Well, I mean it's not bigger, but there was more
really
story.
Not. It's real simple. It's the cop. It could have went either way. The cop could have let her stab her. She might have lived. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no guarantee that first stab was gonna kill her. Like, if you find a weapon into a crowd, it could have went either way.
Yeah, so it says, Red Velvet said it was another white girl, or it was a white girl, the cop would have disarmed her somehow.
He did disarm her.
He did. But
somehow.
I guess not lethally. But my thing is like, look, not that. I agree with this. Cops are not trained to approach a deadly situation with a taser. When I watched the video from the cop's webcam, he rolled up on a situation that was completely out of control. Like, I don't understand what y'all wanted this cop to do. Well, I'm not.
Like I said,
Red Velvet. I don't understand what Red Velvet wanted this cop to do.
You eliminate the threat, or you let it play out, and hopefully the girl don't die when she gets stabbed. Like, that's it. It's one or the other. I'm not justifying it or not. He did a job. Let the jury figure that shit out.
I said these parents should not leave their children solely to public schools or just a daycare at this point. They should be taught about emotions because most people don't know how to converse with others. That's a fact too. A lot of emotions. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
That's your theme for the night.
That's my theme for my life. It ain't shit I could do about it, man. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. And also we can't, and as far as you're saying, the white person, we can't, I don't know. when you see cops, you just gotta chill. That's how I look at things. Just don't do nothing crazy. Like don't continue fighting when you see cops. Like just chill. The cops is here. That's how I look at it.
Some people ain't got no chill, man.
You're right.
Some people just ain't got no chill. Like they just be on some other Superman shit, man. I don't know. Like
How the saying goes. You try and play Superman, you end up like Chris Reeves.
I say, I say, I say, yo, you just, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I don't forgot what I say.
All right, well, I'm about to wrap this up because it's about that time for me.
I would expect so. With you drinking that damn tea.
Yeah. In fact, it's Black independent perspective. I said I feel bad for the girl that got shot because, like her homegirl said, her parents failed her. He said, I would have shot the gun.
I don't know her parents.
Yeah. But all right, thank you everybody for coming in. You guys listen to this on the podcast. Give it the 5-star review so we get the publicity. You got anything you want to end off with?
No, I just want to say thank you guys for having me as a special guest. It was great engaging in commentary and reading the comments. That's it. That's all.
Oh, you wait for me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to say something right now.
No, you don't have to say that.
Yo, call JG Wentworth. 877 cash now.
All right. Y'all have a good day. Later.
Later.